Hello, hello, everybody. Natalie Cutler-Welsh here from Go To Girl Limited and Up Your Brave. I'm so excited today to be talking about one of my ultimate favorite topics, which is happiness. And I'm talking to happiness expert, my amazing friend, Carrie Brightwell from Brightwell Being. Hey, Carrie.
Hello, everyone.
So good to see you. Now, Carrie is in Thailand, you guys. I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory, and then we're going to dive in to why is happiness so critical and what are some ways, Carrie is going to share with us some active ways that you guys can be more happy on purpose. So I'm so excited about that. Carrie is a life coach, mentor, teacher, and speaker. She specializes in holistic and physical and mental well-being. She currently provides insights into positive psychology. She does spirituality and yoga, and she helps people look at the principles on how they can have a positive impact on their life. I'm so excited about that. Carrie, anything else? Welcome, welcome. And anything you want to add to a little bit of your backstory or anything before we dive in?
I'm living here in Thailand currently, as you said, on the island of Koh Phangan. So I am permanently surrounded by nature. I'm permanently surrounded by what I class as positivity, which really puts me in a good grounding to be able to share that positive way of being with everybody. Yeah, because I understand the importance of nature, of positive psychology, of simplified spirituality, and helping people bring those aspects into their lives.
I love what you just said about simplified spirituality. I feel like people generally, maybe especially now in this kind of turbulent time that we're in, people do want to kind of explore their more spiritual side, but they're not sure either how to do that or what exactly that means. So I'm excited for you that you're touching on that today too.
Yeah, I mean, for many people in a spirituality, they kind of take a step back because they're really unsure about it. They really don't know what it is. Now, I've trained in the science of yoga for over 1,000 hours, and it's my journey, my job to go in there and delve deep, right? But it's not for everybody. So what I do is I really pull it back to simple terms, simple things that you can apply to help people start to tread on that path if it's what they choose to do.
Love it. I love that so much. Hey, well, before we get into the how, let's talk about the why. Like I said, it's crazy times at the moment, but even when it's not crazy times, why is happiness so important? And I know a lot of people go, I just want to be happy, or I will be happy when I get this job, when I make this much money, then I'll be happy. So why is happiness so important? And give us a little bit of science in there as well, if you can.
Yeah, sure. So everyone thinks, or not everyone, but there is a big common belief that when you are successful, you become happy. But actually what science has proven is that happiness is the precursor to success. So happiness and optimism, it fuels that greater sense of fulfillment, it fuels performance, and it fuels the success in every single area of our life. If you're able to increase your happiness, then you are positively going to impact your friendships, your marriage, your health, your social abilities, your ability to go out there and mix with people in the world, your creativity, your energy levels, your careers, your job, and your business. Every single aspect of life is going to be positively impacted because our brains are biologically hardwired to perform better when we're happy. Because when we have a positive emotion, which is the kind of definition of what happiness is, it's a very subjective thing. So what makes me happy is not going to make you happy necessarily. But when we experience this positive emotion, our brains are flooded with positive chemicals. So it's dopamine and serotonin. And it's these chemicals that actually create more neural pathways in the brain. And these neural pathways are able to open for longer. So it makes us more energized. It makes us more motivated. We're more inspired. We're more creative. We can see more possibility and more potential in our lives. We're better at all of our cognitive functions. So problem solving, critical analysis, memory recall, all of those things. We just function better when we are flooded with dopamine and serotonin, which is happiness.
Oh my gosh, sign me up. I want more of that. No, that is so amazing. And it's interesting because I do get asked a lot. People are like, oh my gosh, Nat, you're so happy. Like, you're so happy all the time. And I'm like, I am legit, like 90% of the time. I do get fired up. I do get aggro. I do get sad occasionally, for sure. But I do have the high levels of whatever you're talking about. And I think more and more people are realizing the impact. And I love the way you framed it. It's like, instead of the when and then, it's happiness first and the rest will follow. So what we're going to dive into next is, okay, great, Carrie and Nat, that's all good and well, but
Yeah.
how do I make myself more happy, especially when I'm surrounded with maybe stresses and tensions and uncertainty in the future? So let's if you're finished with the why, I would love to dive into the how, and how can people actually bring more joy and happiness or create more joy and happiness in their life?
Yeah. I mean, there are many things, the studies of positive psychology are bringing out so many aspects of simple things that we can do in our lives that are just going to give us these floods of chemicals that are going to make us optimize everything that we're doing. But one of the key, or I say one, I'll mention some of the key things that we could do, which I think are very easily applied in your life if you know how. One of the key things that you can do is meditation. Now, many people are like, oh, I've tried meditation, it doesn't work. Well, my question or my reflection back to you would be, what have you tried? Because meditation is not necessarily something you do, it's a state in which you become as a result of doing something that leads you to a meditative state. So those people who think they can't meditate, I would say try something else. And what we do is I help people explore the different types of meditation so that they can find one that is most appropriate to them, that they can stick with, which is the most important thing, because meditation is one of the top things that's going to help you release the dopamine and serotonin. One of the greatest predictors of success and happiness, and studies have been done all over the world to get to this conclusion, the greatest predictor of success and happiness is the quality of your social connections. So it's not just about how many friends you have, it's about the quality of the friendships and the family connections that you have, but also how you are utilizing them. So you might have 10 really, really good friends, but when was the last time you spoke to them? When was the last time you went out and spent some time with them? So it's about the quality and how you are using social interactions and your social connections. And the what I class as purposeful acts of kindness. So it's not enough for me to say, oh, do you know what? Yesterday I helped my friend, so I was kind, so therefore I'm going to be happier. No, what I have to say is today or tomorrow or this week, I am going to do 3 or 5 or 10 good deeds. And this is what it's going to look like. And I go out on purpose to be kind to someone. So not only do they benefit, but I benefit as well. Those are my top 3 go-tos.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I was taking some notes and I wanted to jump in after each one, but you were just on this roll. It was so good.
Yeah.
So the first one, meditation, I think that's amazing. You said, a lot of people are like, oh, I've done that, it doesn't work, but you're like, who do you become? Because I imagine it's people like me, right? I'm a doer. I like to take action. I like to do things. It's people like me that either resist or haven't maybe found the right type of meditation, or I need to diarize it. Like if it's not in my calendar, I don't do it. So it's like putting it in, making it a priority. So I love that. The other thing that you just said about the random acts of kindness, I love the intentionality of it. So rather than being some spontaneous thing that just happened, like the opportunity arose, so you did something nice, it's like, no, being more intentional about it. And I love this phrase, you call it happiness on purpose. And I feel like maybe that's what a lot of people want. They want to be more happy, but how do they be more happy? And that's kind of the goal that you're sharing today, is how to be happy on purpose.
Yeah, and what's really important for me to be able to share with people is the realization or the understanding that happiness is a choice, and that you have everything within yourself, within your power, to change your outlook on life and to change your happiness measurement, if you like. Because happiness, our brains can change. It's called neuroplasticity. They can change, and we can over time permanently raise our happiness levels. You just have to make that choice that you want to do that, and then you apply the tactics in order to help you achieve that. And what positive psychology does, and what we look at, is the reality. Be realistic about where you are today. There is no right, there is no wrong, but this is where you are. And then just look at the present and maximize your potential for the future. What can you do now to change your future?
Ooh, these are deep questions, you guys. And I hope that what's happening is people are realizing I am in charge of my own future. I always say, you are the CEO, right? You are the CEO of your own life. You are the CEO of your own happiness. You are the CEO of your own relationships, of your own health. And I feel like a lot of people have felt really disempowered, in the past few years. And I guess what you're doing is reminding them that they have the power to show up and to choose to be happy. And obviously you can't just snap your fingers. Like, there's some things you need to do. There's practices that you need to implement and to be happy on purpose. Just before we go into to how people can find out more, I know that obviously that I'm very into wellness. I'm also into health. I know that happiness and health, they go hand in hand. Can you talk to that?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So as I've explained, when we are happy, we release serotonin and we release dopamine. Now, it's these chemicals that then will flood our body. And it's the study of epigenetics that has shown that your cells, when they replicate, when they divide, the environment that they are in will dictate, if you like, the quality of that cell, and what it does and how it is, the health of that cell. So if we're surrounded by fear, if we're surrounded by stress, then we're going to be flooded with these negative, I say negative, there is no right, there is no wrong, but we're going to be flooded with those chemicals that are going to prime the body for the environment, for disease and illness. If we are flooded with dopamine and serotonin, then we are flooding our cells with the chemicals that produce the environment that are going to give health and rejuvenation and revitalization. When we are happy, or when we're able to raise our happiness levels, studies have shown that people live longer. There are less sick days in corporations. On average, I think it was measured at like 15 days less for people who are happier than those people who are unhappy within the workplace. So people can also overcome illnesses a lot quicker, and they suffer from less symptoms if they are happier. And obviously this is going to have a massive impact on your healthcare costs. If you're an employer, it's going to have massive impact. But again, you as an individual, I mean, who doesn't want to be healthier all the time, right? Who doesn't want to feel the effects of being happy?
I love it. I totally agree. So you guys, when I met Carrie, and I love your you've got the same vibe as me. I call it fun bossy. Well, my vibe, I'll own it, is fun bossy. You've got this lovely fun bossy vibe, and you've got so much knowledge. And so you guys, I'm excited to let you know what Carrie and I are doing. We've actually teamed up, we partnered up, and we're going to be running a healthy and happy on purpose course coming up for you guys. It's going to be 5 weeks. There's going to be different topics or themes that are going to be covered. If you want to find out about that, Carrie, I'll let them know about your free gift, which you have, and how they can get in touch. And you guys, when you get Carrie's free gift, you also get on the info list or the wait list to find out about our Healthy and Happy on Purpose course that's coming up. So Carrie, can you let us know what some of the themes are that are going to be covered, and what is the free gift?
Yeah, of course. One of the first things I want to say before that, though, is knowledge is not enough, right? If we actually want to reap the benefits of anything in life, knowledge is not enough. We actually have to put in the effort to make the changes so that we actually then start to reap the benefits of that knowledge. And so this is why, to me, it's really important to put together a course and to work with you, Natalie, so that we can encourage people, we can support them, and we can provide that framework of the things that they need to do and apply so that they can actually gain the benefits in their lives. Knowledge is not enough. So in this course, what we are doing, so some of the pillars that we've created is, and we're looking at the themes around happiness, the emotions that are experienced. We're looking at pride, inspiration, serenity, joy, love, interest, gratitude. And we're going to be looking at the practical tasks or exercises or things that you can bring into your life to help you elevate and amplify these feelings in your life so that you can have that positive impact on health and friendships and marriage and work and everything.
Yay, I love it. So good.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you love the sound of that, comment below, let us know. If you had a takeaway from today's little video here, comment below. What is something that you're taking away, a golden nugget? Comment below, let us know. Share this video with friends if they need a little reminder that all is not doom and gloom. You can be happy. It is possible.
Oh, you can.
But as Carrie says, knowledge is not enough. If you want to join us on this journey, if you want to join us, Carrie and me, we are collaborating. We are going to be your co-hosts on this journey towards health and happiness on purpose. And it's going to be happening. It's going to be starting in November. So comment below if you want to learn more. So I want to learn more, comment below. Carrie's going to drop a link in with her free gift, and that way you'll definitely stay in the loop as well. So tell us about the free gift.
So as I mentioned, meditation is one of the key things that you can do to help raise your happiness levels. And as I said, there are many people who recoil at the thought of meditation because they just don't know how to do it, or they've tried and it's really difficult. The thoughts keep coming. So what I have created is I've created a practical and focused meditation technique for you. So I draw mandalas. So I have created a coloring mandala. And this doesn't have to be just for you, it can be for the entire family. So with this mandala, you can print it off and you can sit and you can color it in and see how this focused attention changes your state of being. It will help to relax you. It will help to create feelings of peace and calm. And it's also Reiki infused. So if anyone wanting to receive Reiki healing, then you just set the intention. And then as you're coloring, this energy is released to you and flood you with all this universal goodness.
Ooh, this sounds good. I love it. So this is a digital download, right? So this is like something that we click a link, we name an email, we get a Reiki mandala, which is, and we print it off and we color it. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. And then just literally physically see how you feel, or mentally see how you feel as a result of doing that.
Amazing. Hey, Carrie, thank you for joining me today.
Very welcome. Thanks for having me.
So amazing.
And I am so excited. My aim is to make the world happy and whole. And I really, really hope that through, like, when doing this together, that we can help some really people just, you know, raise their happiness levels and just change their future, change their reality and everything that they're feeling.
I agree. And I mean, for years, probably for 2 years, way before, like 2.5 years ago, I was saying, you know, I'm on a mission to massively raise the state of resilience, health, and happiness in New Zealand and on a global scale. Right.
Yes.
And that's what I wanted to do. And that was way before COVID was even a thing. And so like now I'm so pumped that you and I, like our paths have crossed, and I've never offered a health and wellness thing before. I mean, I talk about essential oils all the time, but this is going deeper into a lot of things. And I will be sharing a few essential oils that can help, obviously, but we're going into these themes, which I love so much. I'm so excited to talk about them. Carrie, I'm so excited to tap into all your knowledge. You guys, if you want to join us on this journey, I'm so thrilled to welcome you. Details coming soon. We'll let you know the price. We'll let you know all the info. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you next time. Until then, remember to up your brave, say what you want, and make it happen. See you guys.